How we doing, everyone? MJS back again with another video here, another installment of the Our First Home series. So we're outside today. It is July 10th. It's a Sunday evening. I actually have a meeting to run to really quick, so this cannot be a long clip. And you know they normally are long clips, but here's the deal. We did a lot of shit inside that I haven't filmed recently that I need to, and I'm behind on the vlogs, per usual. But I've got a lot of things going on I'd love to share, but this is really a house vlog, but maybe I'll share it in different stage. But you should be following me on Instagram and all that shit anyway, so you see all my stuff. But anyway, I just want to document this because this is a pretty big, I don't know, development. And that is our wall here. So obviously, big trash pile of just random rock and shit like that. The actual blocks are all gone. There's just a little bit left up there. Hopefully one more trip from my buddy, my great Facebook Marketplace friend now, who I'm just so happy sold the wall here, all the blocks and everything for 400 bucks. Just extremely happy because, you know, it's gone and we are continuing to move forward here. A couple thoughts real quick. Why is there all the stone in a wall? I'm not sure if that's normally how that is done. Whatever on that though, but I'm pretty sure that this is a little unacceptable. Literal metal in there. It's like they just said, you know what, we're building a wall, like back in whenever the fuck they built this. They're like, we're building a wall, let's just shove whatever we can underneath the like where we put the topsoil and everything like that. Let's just build a wall, let's literally dig it out, build the stones, and then just dump random garbage in there and then fill it with a little bit of dirt and some topsoil or whatever, make it a garden. Call it a day. What do you say? Fuck them. Okay, fuck those people. We won't be doing that. We're gonna make this like actual grass and not stone and shit, like, poking up from everything like that. That was a long time ago, but just had to get that out there. So yeah, that's where we're at. We have the wall pretty much destroyed. Some of it has already fallen, obviously, as you can see. It's all over there and everything like that. I'm gonna need to seriously consider what we're gonna do with all this. Let's get another vantage point up here. My dude came for 2 loads today. That's like a total like 4 loads he's came for total. He's got hopefully just one more here. Just super happy with the direction this is all going. That's all trash. Stuff's all down there is trash. Once those are all gone, actually another thing too, like related to this, I've been parking my car down there last 2 days for just different reasons to get more parking up here. I really like that. I'm gonna have to explore what we're gonna do down there with either like some asphalt or maybe some sort of building structure, like small garage type thing for like the winter time or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to the borough about the little sidewalk stuff there. And yeah, other than that, once this is gone here, these things, I'm gonna need to talk to some people and potentially get some quotes on making this like all grass right here. I think that would be the best and easiest plan. I don't know how steep it would be. I don't really care. I'm fine with cutting grass, even if it's steep. I just don't want to have all the bullshit maintenance that came with all this. Once this is all hopefully leveled out good, not a lot of like stone and shit sticking up, hopefully we could probably even regrade it. Like, I don't know, I mean, we could do something more interesting up here. There's a bunch of shit on my hand. We could do something else up here, like make it more flat, but I don't really know. I don't know, but I'm just liking the way it's going. I don't know the final setup or resting place of like a lot of the stuff. Like I said, it's going to be either grass or it's going to be asphalt, or cement or like a building structure or something. The point is, we're not putting any fucking gardens or any plants or shit. No, absolutely not happening. If I had my way too, we would take out some of this shit as well, and just make it just like how down there is grass. That would be cool. I'd really like to eliminate both of these trees here because they just go over the thing as well, but that's not super high on the priority list. I don't know, just a lot of thoughts here on the outside. Front's a whole different story, but I think it's actually gonna be kind of simpler in a way. And we'll get to that when we get to that. There's a lot of stuff inside, like I said, that we have to take a look at because I've made some updates. I have a smart home video that absolutely needs film now because we're pretty much at the level where I should stop fucking around with the smart home stuff because there's just a lot of devices going on and stuff like that. But like I said, I had to make this clip short because I gotta go. But the next thing you see will probably be maybe inside, maybe podcast studio related, I don't know. But I'm happy with where we're at out here. Let's keep going. Today is July 17th. I think the last thing I filmed, again, it's been so bad recently. I apologize. I'm so behind on the videos again. I don't know how that happened. And we just haven't really been filming a whole heck of a lot, but we got some backlog stuff. You'll see it. You'll see it right now, and you'll see it when it comes out. But a lot of things going on, not just in the house vlog part of our lives, but a lot of other things going on. So we're going to share those. Obviously, make sure you're following on Instagram and such, and you'll see it live. But what I want to do today, and I don't have a ton of time because I have a hockey game, even though it's raining, but it's going to be fun. Anyway, what I want to do here is I'm in the basement. There's a couple things that I want to show just because I don't think I've fully given an update because we're outside with the wall and all that sort of stuff, which is a whole separate thing that we got to deal with. But with that kind of out of the way, and today being just like a rainy Sunday, there is at least one thing that I'm going to show in this video that we're going to do. It's kind of cool, kind of little interesting, and is also smart home related, which you'll see that video soon. But I'm in the laundry room right now, and I want to kind of talk about just these couple rooms down here where we're at currently and what we're kind of all doing and such. So let's actually start out here because I don't think there's too much to report out here. This is going to be a gym. Again, remember what it looks like because it's going to be a gym at some point. Big box of smart home accessories that we need to film that video on. Just some of that gym stuff that's going to be there. A little shoe thing. Some stuff that we're giving away back to our parents and stuff like that. All this stuff over here, which is actually much less than probably the last time you saw this. These are just things that we're trying to sell, get rid of. It's funny because we've been having people come over to our house, just for get-togethers or whatever, and we're like, come down here as a parting gift, take it right out the door if you want. So we've given a lot of stuff away. We've sold some things, just trying to get rid of some of this clutter and such that we have down here. So this is going well though. Once we kind of get all this taken care of, got to start thinking about what we're going to do. Obviously, we're going to be replacing like outlets and stuff. We're going to be putting stuff back on the walls. I got to patch up that crack that's over there. One other thing real quick that we did is this is an Akara water leak sensor. I'll talk more about that in depth in the smart home video, but basically, long story short, if it gets wet, it tells you that it's wet. So we put that underneath the water heater for just in case whenever that starts to leak or anything like that. That's probably a nice little safety thing to have there. Let's go into the laundry room, I suppose. Not too much craziness going on here. I probably did talk about the smart lights now. I think I definitely did that in a recent episode, a recent clip. That's not the end all be all, and it's actually kind of funny that I put that in because we had the bulbs for it, like the Hue bulbs, because we changed it upstairs and we had some extra ones, so I threw them in there, and it works nice. It's cool to have smart lights wherever you do. But it's funny because Amanda has been with this new switch here that's just like the button rather than the switch. She just constantly leaves these lights on, it seems like. So what I'm gonna do is if this stays like this, I'm going to implement yet another smart home type of feature, and that is something we haven't done. It's a motion sensor. So I don't know how that's gonna play nicely with like Google Home. It might not. I don't know. I have to figure it out, like which brand I would go with and stuff like that, and something that integrates with Hue and Google Home, like I said. But something because it'll be kind of cool to be like, if somebody walks in here, it turns on. If their senses no motion like 5 minutes, it turns off. That would be awesome. But we're not there yet, and it's not like a huge priority. It's just something that I was kind of thinking about. Real quick, an update on this, just threw all the hockey clothes over here. But again, we talked about this definitely at some point because I kind of planned this out, and again, I haven't got back to it yet. I have these ideas, and then I eventually implement them. Some sort of thing here that has like shelving, so it could have all that stuff, all the stuff in that cupboard, some of the shit that's over here, like, just the laundry materials and such. Again, great idea here. That's kind of like overflowing with towels right now, I think, but fantastic. Just want to mention that again. There's a link on the website, maybe in the description. Anything else really? No, but again, just like need more storage space, need to make it all kind of right here. That would be awesome. Yeah. And then if we go into here, hey, studio lights on.
Okay, turning 3 lights on.
All right, so that's pretty cool, huh? I cannot honestly remember what I did and did not talk about as far as the studio goes. I know I talked probably a lot about it, but I've definitely had like some more thoughts on kind of where we're at and the whole thought process behind this whole thing. So I'm just gonna like kind of rattle some things off, just to give you another quick update here, because I need to. So obviously, like over here, we're just gonna cover this up with like a little thing or whatever. Here's the issues in here, and what we need to tackle are obviously like insulate that thing up there and like put a board over it or something like that, not just a plastic bag. We're gonna paint. I talked to Amanda. She wants to paint like the walls. She wants to change the floor eventually at some point. So we might just do all that. We might just paint the walls. We might just rip this carpet up and put in some of our flooring that we have left over from upstairs. I'm gonna mount those things on the ceiling up there. Those are just the little diffuser things there. I actually have like pieces that go that wrap around those lights and make that look a lot better. So I'm gonna do that. Mount them to the ceiling somewhere and all that. We're gonna have the tripod right here for the, at least the one camera angle. If we get more cameras, we're gonna mount them right on the wall here so they can go like one on either side. Obviously we have the sick microphone things. We got 2 more, so we have 4 wave mic, Elgato wave mic arms, the low profile ones. Here's the issue. Table looks pretty sick. Fingerprints and shit like that are a real big pain in the ass. I wish I would have, I wish there was an easier way for that to not happen or something. Maybe we'll mess with that. But here's the big issue. The big issue in this room, and that's something that like made me want to stop working on this right now, is that this table wobbles because we designed it like we got the legs separate, we got the top separate, we put them together, and it wobbles a little bit. And I'm pretty sure it's because it doesn't have like anything going like spanning across the legs. So we need to fix that. And I think the way I'm going to fix that is like just put something straight across from like there to there. And yeah, I got to figure out how to do that, and I just have not done that yet. So that's kind of where we're at on the studio, and I'd really like to get this done because I'd like to get back in here and start talking again. But that's kind of where we're at. So we got that. We're moving in the right direction, just kind of slowly on this. But once this is done, it's going to be pretty cool. So super excited. We got some, some of the other stuff over here, but it's going to look sick, just not yet. And again, the smart lights, I didn't even talk about that. I'll talk about it more in the thing, but all they are just smart plugs. So, just put those in there, and then the lights connect through that little box that's a smart plug that just controls it via, connects via the Wi-Fi, and then you just leave the light switch on, like on the actual light, and then you can turn it on and off with your voice, or even the app, I believe, because it integrates with Google Home. That one is a Casa. It's TP-Link is the brand. I'll talk about more in the smart home video. Anyway, let's talk about a different smart home thing, because actually we did 2 things. I'm not 100% sure if I talked about this either, but we're going back in here because I forgot about it, and this is like a working example of what we're going to try to do here. All this is a contact sensor. When it's closed like this, it says closed, and then when you open the door, it says opened, and that is via the Aqara brand, like the Aqara app. That's what these little guys are from. That's what that little thing down there, that little water sensor is from. So let's take a gander over here in the kind of messy garage, because I need to throw some of this shit away, and I don't have the full organization yet. I'd love to, deal with that back there, because all I have is these shelves. But anyway, here's the deal. I bought a 3-pack, because that's how it came, of those contact sensors, the door sensors, right? And I only use 2 because we only have 2 external doors in our house, the front door and the back door. So the third one that is in my pocket right here, I'm gonna put it on this garage door. Now, you might be wondering, Mark, how are you gonna do that? Because like, where are you gonna put it? Like on the bottom? Because like you could put the, that's kind of how you put the other ones, right? Like where the door closes and meets like the thing. You could do that, but I found a thing online that's like even better and cheaper. Not really cheaper, because that would have been free, I guess, to just do that. But this is pretty slick, the way that this person, or I guess like probably a community of people, say to do this. So you take a regular door hinge, and I happen to have some extra ones, at least one extra one from the stuff that we've done here. So you take it like this. I could do this with one hand. You take this door hinge and you screw in this top part of this door hinge. So 1, 2, 3 right here. You leave the bottom one undone, and then you attach one part of the thing to here, one part of the contact sensor to where my thumb is, and then another part on the door right here. So then, if we can just illustrate this, when the door goes up, like this is the door, right? So let's say like door's going up, 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 like this. You see how the door hinge like basically the garage door when it's in position would be straight up and down, or straight parallel with the ceiling up here, but the door hinge would be like this. So you have to envision, I'll show you obviously when I'm done, but the contact sensor is down here on this one and it's hanging, and the other contact sensor is sitting up here where the door is. You know what I'm saying? So basically, long story short, it's a really nifty way. I was super shocked when I saw it. It's a very cool way to just, you know, easily have, easily show when the thing is, you know, open or closed. There's other ways to do it. I know there's like actual things like some sort of weird like, I don't know, like almost like a gyroscope type way where it like knows like with a tilt angle of the door and stuff. I don't give a shit about that because truthfully, if we ever got a different garage door opener, a smart one, it would probably know too whether it's open or closed. But I have this thing and we're gonna try it because it's gonna hopefully take 10 minutes and it's gonna be a pretty cool little solution. Just let me know if the garage door is open or not. So let's just try it. Okay, so I suppose you could put this kind of like wherever you wanted to really on the door, because it doesn't really matter as long as that part of the door is gonna be hanging from the ceiling. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it right in the middle because I don't see a reason not to. I'm a little, you know, I'm a little OCD as far as like the styling of everything, but this is a garage. I don't really give that much of a shit. This door is old and disgusting anyway. So, you know, I don't mind using like a black hinge on this like white door. It doesn't really make any sense ultimately, but I don't care. The only other thing that I will note is this door seems like it's kind of small. I saw one video. I'll put the person that told me about this, like the videos that I saw, I'll put links in the description if you want to see theirs. But I saw theirs has like a metal piece going down the middle. I guess, you know, to stabilize it more, like their actual garage door, and they screwed right into that. I'm screwing right into this door. Hopefully it's fine. I don't know. I'm sure it will be. There's obviously other screws in it. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screw here. I'm not even gonna be super duper like meticulous about the way that I do this, because again, I don't really care that much. I just want it to work. So I'm gonna try to go right in the middle, right about there, I guess, and then I am gonna level it right after, you know, so it doesn't look really ridiculous. But that's pretty much straight in the middle there, and then we are just going to Is this a wood door? I don't. Okay, perfect. Great. Probably should have put it down a little bit more so I could have got the level in there a little easier. There's a tip for you. But again, I don't care that much. So, and honestly, like, is this line even level? Yeah, whatever. All right, so that's pretty much all you need to do for that. I'm just gonna put in a couple more screws here after I try to figure out if this is level or not. Maybe I could do it this way, actually. Wow. Okay. All right. Try another one. I mean, I guess you probably do want it to be as level as possible, just so, like, you know, it makes good contact when we actually put this thing together, but we can only do as best as we can here. Let's see. Okay. All right, well, we have 3 holes in our garage door now. All right. Oh, you know what? You probably should have double checked that it didn't go all the way through the garage door before you did that. That probably would have been a good idea. I didn't do that, but again, these screws were pretty short. So, you know what we'll do? We'll go outside right before, right after, and we'll look just to see how good did I do leveling. Not too bad. I don't care about it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to put the bigger side, or the little there's like 2 parts to this. So if you get these Akara ones, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there's like 2 little lines on the one side that get lined up. Basically, just go like this, like that, little, like that. So I'm gonna put the smaller one up here with the bigger one down here, and we're just gonna pray that this all works. I'm a little concerned, slightly concerned, about the fact that I'm gonna be putting this, actually I don't really need to, and you know what? These things are so weird anyway. This is like magnetized, so like I don't even give a shit. Like I think it's gonna work regardless. But again, you gotta realize that like, yeah, it would look the best in the middle, like so here. It'd probably look the best if you put it right in the middle. I mean, it's over a screw hole, so I'm kind of concerned that it won't, like, it's gonna have less to stick to because this part comes off and it's sticky, but it's also magnetized, you know, so it's like, probably won't matter. But you could, hypothetically, there's no reason you couldn't put it right there. I'm just gonna put it in the middle because it's gonna look fine. It's gonna look the best a little bit, and ultimately I don't really think it's gonna matter. So let's do that. Take this thing off of here. Goodbye. Get off my finger, thank you. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this. These are pretty good. Like I said, I have them on the doors already, and they're pretty good about when they're pretty close to one another, they work really well. I want to make sure it's pretty close regardless, though. Okay, totally didn't even center that anyway, but whatever. And if it falls off, then we'll put it somewhere else. So, I definitely, like I said, I definitely did not get it directly center, so whatever. But, alright, so we got that. That should be fine. Should be alright. Honestly, it's not very heavy. It's not going to fall off, I don't think. Okay, next part is we just grab the other one, rip off this sticky stuff, and we just got to line it up. Now, all I want to make sure of here, I'm thinking, maybe I should clean this off. That might have been a good idea, but whatever. I want to make sure that it's like, you know, working as far as it's close enough, but I don't want to make it too close to where this like hinge like wouldn't be able to flip off. So I think right about there, and I want to line up these. I can see these damn things. This is the only hard part about this. Just trying to see those. That's not actually hitting the thing. Let me push this on here, and then I'll give you a close-up. So if we push that on there tight, should be good enough. They're not going anywhere. All right, so here is the concept, and I hope to God that thing works well enough here. Genius concept, whoever initially thought of this. Just got to make sure that everything's kind of like configured right and not gonna mess up. So here's what I was actually talking about, and I'll open the door here in a second and actually show you. But we have this, so this is in like the closed position, and actually I already have this thing set up, so I could probably, if I pull it up real quick, show you exactly like an example. So kind of says here, if we could look at, like it says, you can see all the sensors there, right? So garage door, it says closed, garage, that's just the room, front door, close, close, close. Okay, so if I like go like this maybe, all I'm gonna do here is probably can't see like that, but I'm gonna lift this up. Boom, it says open, you see that? Put it back down, closed. So in theory, that works perfectly. Awesome, like placement and everything like that is fantastic. As far as how it looks on the door, probably relatively silly, and it doesn't even look level necessarily, but I really don't give a shit. Like I said, this is more of probably ultimately a temporary solution, but I'm just happy it works. So here's what I want to try to do now. I want to try to simulate actually opening and closing the garage door and make sure it works as it's supposed to. And the only concern that I have without doing that is that it seems like this is a little, it doesn't seem like this is super loose right here. It seems like it's getting like hung up a little, like right there. So I'm hoping either I make it a little more loose. It just seems like there's a lot of tension on that. And it's probably because it's hanging rather than being hanging like this rather than being the other way. I don't know. Well, let's just give it a test. What do you say? So we actually I have the thing right here. So let's give her a go. Wow, that's a strong goddamn hinge. I mean, I guess that still probably works. Let me double check to see if that. That's actually really comical. So if you can't see, it does say opened. It actually does say open. So like that's currently, that's fine, I guess. But really it's supposed to be, the ideal would be like down like that. That's kind of funny. But again, it was still open regardless, so whatever. And then we close it, let's see what happens. Let's see if it goes down to where it's supposed to. Oh, that sucks so much. That sucks so much. Here's the problem with this. I guess I should have got a shittier hinge or something, because these things are serious here. Look at this. So our issue is that it does not, it's not shitty enough, pretty much is what the case is. There's too much, like almost, I don't know what it's called, like tension or whatever in here, I guess. I'm sure there's a very easy way to fix that, and I'm just gonna play around and try to figure that out. Concept, fantastic. The hinge is, I guess, just too good. Or maybe it's too shitty. I don't know if you really want a hinge to be like that or not. I could probably fix that with some, I don't know, like a WD-40 type thing or something, or maybe loosening up some of these screws, because it kind of did seem like that, bringing this really close to this. Let's actually just try that real quick. That's an easy solution. Maybe this will, it's kind of, I don't want it to necessarily, see if that, because I did feel when I tightened those, it was a little, oh, look at that. That might have actually worked. It's a little loosey now, but let's give it a go. What do you say? Oh, it's wiggling now. All right, so that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, obviously it would be open, so let's shut it. Wiggling. Okay. Oh my dandy. Look at that. Now, the question is, and this is a really good question, is that, you can't really tell exactly, but is that opened or is that closed? And I thought that was gonna be a problem. I really did when I saw this, because it didn't seem like it would go all the way back. I'm not gonna touch that. I wanna know if that's open or closed. It's close. I would say it's probably very close. Let's see what it says. It does say indeed closed, so I'm okay with that. But I do wanna check, just out of curiosity. Because here's the situation again, we're doing this weird MacGyver type shit. Where does this thing actually, how far off does this have to be before it says opened? And it's I guess it's right there, if you can kind of see that. So I don't know, I think it's gonna work. I wish I would have thought about that or known that a little bit sooner, because I could have definitely put something behind this, a little piece of something, just to make this stick out a little further. That probably would have been the best in this case, given this hinge and the way this is all kind of setting and everything like that. Not the end of the world though. I think it's gonna be fine. But yeah, so there you go. That is a quick little solution on how to do that. I'm pretty happy with it. That seems like a win.